Call the spaceships to Davenport. Prepare for div anarchy and interface with a couch in space. It's space couch time. Once again, super excited. Today is gonna be great. I mean, it's all, or day or night, whatever. Like those concepts kind of go out the window when you're in space. But a concept of which we are very aware is sponsorship and advertising, brought to you today by brand new advertiser Ligerhawk Records. You're going to want to check out Panda Strikes cover of Devo's Mongoloid. It goes off. Collision of Spirits, the new one from Invictus, kind of synthwavy, pretty great. Rolling Coal from Tommy Tantrum, maybe my new favorite Tommy Tantrum song. A Panda and His Uke does Narcissistic Nepotist, their new single. Gasoline Invertebrate covers the Hulk Hogan theme, Real American. And of course, Ligerhawk Records put out Enter the Octagon 3, the label sampler, out now for free. And of course, also brought to you by Super 7, the coolest toys in all the land. You want to go to super7.com/space couch show is where you want to go for the good stuff. I'm always picking up stuff from them. I got this G.I. Joe, just generic blue shirt, which I thought was kind of awesome. The Blue Beetle in the background there is not from Super 7, but that's great too. But you want to check out that blue shirt from G.I. Joe. Speaking of cool things to check out, I'm really excited about today's guest. Because he's got 1,000 things going on, so I'm happy he was able to beam up to space. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome SAMMY3PEAT. What's going on?
Hi, I'm in space.
Yeah. Thank you for journeying all the way past the cosmos, and especially having just done a journey to Las Vegas to meet some cool people. But we'll get into that. First, we're going to do a little bit of maybe the last installation, because YouTube stole this phrase. But this is a segment we like to call Describe Your Vibe. So tell us who you are and what viewers may expect from your many shows and offerings unto the internet.
Well, First things first, I'm a comic book geek, so
yeah.
Normally all my knowledge of pop culture and everything kind of stems from that. But I'm also a movie buff. I'm a musician, so sometimes I'll put like live recordings, live sets on my show. But otherwise, I just kind of like to hang out and make snide remarks. I'm usually better off as a panelist. Sometimes they'll forget that I'm actually hosting my own shows.
Well, I do love seeing you as a panelist, and if we ever do something like Countercast together. But speaking of Countercast, which is Leon's show, friend of the show, you just saw him and many other people in Las Vegas. Tell us about that, and or does what truly happens in Vegas stay there?
Oh no, it was awesome.
Okay.
It was surreal.
In what way?
Well, there's certain people you only know them by their voice, or there's certain people where you go, oh, I thought this person would be taller, or Leon is exactly what you expect.
I love it.
100%.
So for our viewers, this is like a meetup of other YouTube celebrity type people. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
This was, I actually had business cards made. I was handing those out.
Look at you.
Yeah, looking to branch out a little bit.
Okay, cool.
But everybody was really cool. I was worried people weren't going to recognize me, so I was thinking about like taking a cardboard cutout where you could only see like my head and shoulders.
Love it.
They're like,
recognize? Yeah, okay, I got you.
I didn't know that you had legs.
Right. If I ever meet anybody, I'm just gonna have to carry around like a billboard of space or some shit. But, I love all your offerings. We'll start with Oh no, I went out of space focus. That's okay, because we get like interference from the Oort cloud and the asteroid belt and all that.
Mm,
Um,
tachyons and such.
oh yeah, hell yeah, we're gonna get into those them. We're gonna go full flash on those tachyons.
Yes,
I
yes.
wore a Justice League of America shirt
I
for
appreciate that.
yeah, we'll get into that, but I wanted. Speaking of delving, you are of course one half to a third of tinfoil haters. The conspiracy theory show. Users can go find episodes on everything. I'm curious, after having delved into so many conspiracy theories, was there one that like kind of stuck with you? Like you're thinking about it the next day, just brushing your teeth, like, wow, that Denver airport is fucked up, or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have. You should come on and talk about the Denver airport.
Okay, I've only heard about it. I'm not an expert or anything. But.
Well, if you ever have one that you like,
Okay.
that's the one thing. So, me and Leon were very loosey goosey on like how we do the paneling,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden Cinevere just started showing up, and like she understands the assignment, and she's great. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
She just fit right in.
One of the more popular episodes of Space Couch was with Senator. So.
No, she's awesome, and and she's genuinely into all this stuff. So it started out me and Leon. I can't remember what panel we were on. We were on someone else's show, and me and him were just. It got on the subject of something. We were just steamrolling everybody to the point where like we almost felt bad afterwards. Okay. And he was like, what we should do is our own show.
Nice.
And I was
nice.
Like, yeah, that's probably. So yeah, we like conspiracy theories the most, but like we also were not like urban legends, creepy pastas, and anything out of the realm of the norm that but or just how it relates to something. But I think this week we're doing Mandela Effect, but one that stuck with me probably the most that like like when I'm stuck in traffic, I'll start thinking about is the dead internet theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically that everything they've limited the actual amount of like human interference that you're actually going to get online. It's all botted. It's all predetermined. It's all fake, and we saw that. We were looking at like the evolution of memes and stuff, how a lot of these memes, like true memes, they have formats. So like you can even go on, I want to do a meme with like this format and this format. They're kind of just like they evolved from like older ones where like Bad Luck Brian would be something akin to like a rage face, and like and it has its own equivalent now. And then sometimes you'll be on Twitter having like an interaction with someone, and then you're going like, "Am I arguing with a robot?"
Interesting.
Because like the answers are. Yeah, because the answer is just you can't be this programmed. Like I understand there's a lot of people on the internet who are very hive-minded, but it was like, are they scripted now as well? So you think about these things. Yeah, it was fascinating. It was a great deep dive. And then we had a couple like what was the one that we did this week where we all just kind of threw up our hands and we're like, this is bullshit. I don't believe this. I believe in black-eyed children. I don't believe.
Right.
What was it? It was I can't remember what the term was, but it has something to do with Tibetan Buddhism, where you can actually like manifest something, like if you think about it hard enough. Like, and we're like, I believe that you could probably do that like spiritually or even psychic, or like
Oprah's The Secret kind of shit.
Yeah, but I don't think you can manifest like physical matter, or like know, it was like I don't think like it was like, I have this spider that's terrifying me and I can't stop thinking about it, and all of a sudden there's going to be like a giant spider monster in the back of the room, like, you made me. I'm calling bullshit.
Well,
it's not. That's terrifying.
You ain't Green Lantern, but
100%.
the dead. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that. Like, is every interaction I've ever had on the internet with some robot, but like
Well, yeah,
fascinating.
and there's so many accounts that like I used to be cool with or like talk with on certain chat
Mm-hmm.
rooms, and like they don't go, "Hey, I'm getting married" or whatever. Like they just go dark, right? Like, and you're
Right.
just like, whatever happened to that person? Was that a
Interesting.
person?
Yeah.
Like
Well, thank you for bringing that to space. I'm gonna have to delve into that. But speaking of going underground, you have yet another show called I like it, Cavecast, where we talk about all things Batman. Uh,
yeah.
what's new in Bat World these days? I know we're kind of creeping up on the Batman 2, maybe. Like,
Yeah,
what's hot?
so basically I got the idea. I have a 4-year-old nephew,
Okay.
and he's asking me all these questions, and uh my sister, who's only a couple years younger than me and who
Hmm.
grew up with me watching me collect Batman toys and
Sure.
comic books, and so like I figured like some of that knowledge might have crept in her, but like nothing. And she's like, well,
Oh no.
he's asking me questions about like Robin and then Spider-Man. And I was like, well, Spider-Man doesn't like hang out with Batman, right?
Right.
Like,
It's
I
more
have no
important.
idea about these things, Sam. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from scratch, and I'm going to take a very academic approach to the world and lore of Batman.
Hell
So, like, I
yeah.
started at square one. Like, episode 1 was Gotham City, episode 2 was Bruce Wayne Batman, episode 3 was The Cave, episode 4 was The Gadgets, and nothing more famous than Batman in Batman's arsenal than probably the Batmobile. It's been around. Let's see here. I mean, probably in the earliest. So yeah, Detective Comics number 27. So that is basically uh, about as early as it gets. Although in its earliest iterations, it was nothing but a red car and the Batmobile, and I was like, so we're going. Yeah, so last episode was about Commissioner Gordon. This episode is going to be about Dick Grayson, and
Okay.
then
All
and then
right. We're
yeah, so
starting the
we're going through all the Robins, and
all the
then I'm
Robins.
really looking forward into getting to like character assessments of like the different villains and stuff like that. So what's new in Batman is it's not kind of like privy right now. We'll be tackling that soon, but this is to give normies a
Okay.
PhD in Batman.
All right. All
So
right. So
yeah,
perfect for you out there if you want to catch up on all things Batman.
yes,
And because there's a lot. There's a lot. I mean,
there's a
like
ton.
we. I mean, there's. I think at any point in time, there's like 26,000 Batman titles running. Like we figured out who his accountant is, uh, but
Yeah.
all
Pretty
good.
much. It was like I'm pretty sure at this point, because even like Gotham PD has like their own comic book now,
Oh
and
wow.
I was
Okay.
like, I'm pretty sure the blind guy working at Wayne Tower as a janitor is probably gonna get.
Right. Right. Uh,
He's
well,
next on the docket.
it's got. I mean, you got it. You're running out of characters. But we will just sort of careen through three-peat world because you have so much. We got to do a space flyby. I left a slot open here for um, not only news of the day, whatever that may be, but you have also a news podcast of
Yes,
a comedic take. What are you seeing going on right now? I should say that it is. Thursday, the 24th of April, as we're recording this, because the news cycle is moving at light speed. I mean, we're flying at near light speed out here in space,
mhm.
but the news cycle like is just ahead of us.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're gonna be talking about Kanye. um, that's gonna be the thumbnail. Yeah. So
Wow.
the whole point of the news show is um I'm so sick of the culture war and everything, so I
Hmm.
invite people who talk about the culture war and everything And it's it's either at the start or the end of the news cycle, however you want to do it. It's Sunday night, and then so I bring it. Oh, you talk about video games. Oh, you talk about movies.
Okay, cool,
How
cool.
do you feel about this guy down in Florida who had sex with an alligator? And everyone's like, "What?" And it was like, it's just a great
Wow.
way to decompress and go like, hey, let's have some fun on this, because
Okay.
like you want to get me talking about Star Wars, I'll talk about it for hours, but like that stuff makes me angry right now. I was like,
Yeah,
let's just make fun of Florida man. And
there you go. Wow. Well, maybe we can merge those worlds and like it's like Darth Gator fucker. Like I don't know.
oh,
Uh,
I would love it.
in fact, I think we should start a band called Darth Gator fucker. You can do
I'm
quotes.
totally down.
All right, sick, sick, sick.
Featuring Bass Windu.
Oh, I love it. That was fucking good. What's the name of your news show for our audience?
Oh, it's In Other News with Sammy 3Peat.
In other news of SAMMY3PEAT, go check it out for all the craziness we just talked about. Um, and that so our audience can go check that out. I'm going to be selfish here because it occurs to me that I've been kind of squandering an opportunity to learn from superstars of YouTube, such as yourself. Um, could I ask, like, if we get into specifics, like, what kind of software do you use when you're doing, are you like an OBS guy or like Lightstream, or how do you do your shows?
I just have what was it, StreamYard.
Okay, StreamYard.
Any videos I do, I got that Wondershare Filmoria, and if I'm
Mhm.
really trying to get some heavy edits, I'll start off with Microsoft Clipchamp, and
Mhm.
then move those
Okay.
into Filmoria. But anything else, I've yet to find a. I've been monkeying around with OBS for because we're trying to do some musical broadcasts, but
Cool.
just that's mostly been an interface problem that
Okay.
where it was like, oh, you want to put in how many mics? And
Oh God.
no, you don't
Yeah.
got the bandwidth for that. And I was like, oh, okay.
The do you how does one build an audience?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I got a better audience. I got a better audience on Twitter. It's funny. A lot of people, just from seeing me on different things, they just assume that they're subscribed to me. But like, yeah, I'm not
Okay.
even monetized yet. I'm blessed to be in a circle of friends who are monetized, and for a long time, I was just kind of like a professional panelist
Mm-hmm.
where I had
Yeah.
no intentions on making anything, or um every now and then, like I made a video, like a little mini doc about like the Fleischer Superman cartoons,
Mm.
and then I saw The Crow last year, and then I was like, well, this is so heinous, I have to make a video about. So but those individual videos were like few and far between, but it was just something where people would go like, oh, you're a panel whore. Oh, you don't do any. So eventually I kind of just got bullied into making my own content, I guess. And and I realized that I do kind of like it. You get a little bit more free reign, and
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I just kind of like fell into this where I think Nadia had me on her show, and I was just trying to promote like a live album that I had just done. And then I was like, oh, this is a lot of fun. Like I too would like
Okay.
to make fun of
Right.
movies. And and yeah, so that's basically what it is. I'd say the best way to build an audience is to make friends with everybody. So any interaction that I have from someone, I'm always trying to either learn from them or engage with the chat, and just make yourself as personable as possible,
Okay.
because one, you're going to have a hell of a lot more fun when you actually go to something like Vegas, because
Yeah.
it was like there was like 30, 40 people that I was like had my head on a swivel for, where was like
That is
I did
cool.
not rest those entire days that I was out there. Well, I mean, I slept eventually, but when I was up moving, I mean, probably from when I got off the plane to when I was leaving, I was running into people that I had either engaged with in some fashion or form. Like, be sociable, and I just enjoy people, because that's kind of what it's all about.
Hell yeah, man. I feel you. I got to figure out the whole monetization thing too. I've been doing Space
Yeah.
Couch for forever, but it never really occurred to me. Um, and before I forget, toss out your band name so people can find you on the internets.
I should probably do that. Yeah, I'm in a band called Staggerly. I also have some other projects. That's my main project right now.
Okay,
I'm in another project called Mama Destiny, but the drummer just had a kid, so I don't think we'll be seeing them anytime soon. So yes, Staggerly is probably our main one. We were kind of on a hiatus for a couple of years, and then we all just got back together, and we're like going
very cool.
gangbusters. We're
Oh,
getting
awesome.
interviews all around Detroit. We just had like a live in studio session. I just broadcast that on my channel because I don't know what's taking them on their website, and I was just like, well, I'm going to stream it on mine until you guys figure it out. And they're like,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
that's fine. It was like, it's your music anyway, and I still got copyright stricken
Oh no.
for
Yeah, that happens to me
they're
too.
like, well, the owners of this music might have a problem with this, and it was like, I'm the owner of this.
Right.
Like,
Like
uh,
I'll have to call me on the phone and see if it's
yeah.
okay.
I said it's fine.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to talk to the guy from the Gotsicles anyway. I heard he got canceled. But that was me. And what kind of music do you do, just for people who might be interested?
Very shit kicker blues, lowest common denominator rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
We started out as a three-piece. It was just me singing. I have a very wonderful guitar player and a very skilled drummer, and then we kind of found a bass player and
Very cool.
adopted him, and we let him hang out. But before, we would just play shows, the three of us, and that's when like the White Stripes and the Black Keys were kind of big. So that lo-fi tune, we've since evolved into something a little bit more. But yeah, it's very run of the mill rock and roll, and
Stop.
there's a place for that. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay. Well,
Everybody seems to like it.
so Space Cateers, you have a little bit of homework already. You got to check out Stag O'Lee, to say nothing of the documentary on the Superman Fleischer cartoons. How great are those, by the way? Art. God, I love those.
It's the purest iteration of Superman.
So good, right? Like he's
Yeah.
fighting like robots, and it's like amazing.
He's punching laser beams.
He's punching
like-
laser beams.
They don't even have the science figured out yet. That it just
Right.
looks cool.
But it's the animation is great.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of those. Kind of a DC super nerd, so
Me too.
hell yeah. I was happy to know that one guy got my Blue Lantern reference on Twitter.
Nice.
Thank you for that.
Oh yeah.
That was you. I learned it by watching you. All right. So speaking of radiation, I suppose that's kind of radiation-ish light. We'll do everybody's favorite feature, a radiation round, called that because lightning is exceedingly rare in space, but it's essentially a lightning round. No wrong answers. Say whatever you want. Skeletor, Mumra, or Cobra Commander?
Ooh. Mumra is the coolest out
Okay.
of all of them. Skeletor is probably, if he was voiced differently, I might pick him. And like I do love G.I. Joe's Cobra Commander, but I'm saying as far as the cartoon animation goes, Mumra had like the coolest look.
All right, cool. That is a great answer, by the way. Giant Thundercats fan over here. But that seems like a pretty tight grouping. All right, difficulty increases. Which actor, in your opinion, is the best Batman? You can say five or all of them. There's no wrong answer.
I like Keaton. I'll
Keaton.
still stick with Keaton. He
Yeah.
he seemed to have the best of both, where so a lot of guys have a hard time either playing Batman or Bruce Wayne. He seemed to have that figured out. Christian Bale was a better Bruce Wayne than he was a Batman.
Yeah.
He had the bat lisp. Someone like you,
Yeah,
someone who rattles the cages, and you're like, ooh.
right? Like he's voicing an industrial band with it. Like what? Where's the drug?
Well, and they figured it out with Batfleck because they're like, we're just gonna put a voice modulator on him,
Okay.
and so like that worked.
Okay.
Yeah, Batfleck was cool too, but yeah, still, you know what? I grew up with Keaton.
Totally.
I mean, obviously the answer is Conroy, but like
Right.
if I'm picking live action, I still like Keaton's
Love
Batman.
it.
I still like the Burton universe
Saw it
and
in
how
the
that.
theater.
Nice.
Well, both of them. Okay. So, who would you like to be next in terms of superheroes for like a show or a movie or something like that?
Ooh, like a really cool one to do if they wanted to do it like live action, like on Max, is I would love Martian Manhunter.
Oh,
Would
that's
be
such a good call. Like they teased him in the Zack Snyder thing, but like,
yeah, and they made him a little bitch where he was like, "Yeah, I've been here the whole time. I didn't
yeah,
do
yeah,
anything.
I just right. Like I just decided to show up like now. Like what?
Call me if you need me." And he was like, "Okay, well, where were you for all of this?"
Yeah, I would.
But even more if you just focus more on like the John Jones, everybody kind of sees him as like the jolly green powerful alien on the Watchtower, but like his on Earth persona is he's like a beat detective. Like I
Right.
feel like to have this immensely powerful character trying to play like a low end detective, which at any time he can like change his form and just like read, or he knows people are lying to him because he can read your
Right.
mind. I feel like there's so much you could do with
That's
that,
great.
and or if you're gonna make it bad, don't touch it. But I just feel like there's a lot of potential there that I don't think enough people are seeing.
That is such a good call. I mean, he even though he does get set on fire every 5 to 6 seconds,
Yes,
there was there in the Forever Evil storyline. There was like this. They really kind of doubled down on his like being an alien and being like Lovecraftianly unnerving. Like he just kind of squicks
yes.
people out. Like I really like that. So Martian Manhunter is such a good call.
Well, and another thing too, when you're talking about the fire, they established that that's just in his head. Like, there's no real reason that fire should hurt Martian
Oh
Manhunter.
really? I didn't know that.
It's so like green Martians are like uh psychologically like predisposed. It was either something that the white Martians implanted on someone implanted the fear of fire into them.
Oh
So like he actually
wow.
doesn't really
Okay.
isn't even hurt by fire. So at least now I
Okay.
don't know where it is
I
at the
mean, that's
current
just that's great
continuity.
writing. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Good call. So from the top, that was Mumra by a nose, Keaton, and Martian Manhunter. All right. Now it's time for everybody's second favorite feature, hypothetical spectacle. That's where we get like sort of weird and like Barbara Waltersy and like reimagine your gestalt as something else. We've done it 1,000 times on Space Couch here, but I had to bring back a classic for the big SAMMY3PEAT episode. What would SAMMY3PEAT the video game be like? Would it be like a side scroller, but instead of a fire flower, it's a tinfoil hat? Or would it be like a dating sim with the Batman villains? Like, what would you as a video game be like?
Oh, it would be like a arcade beat 'em up.
Okay.
And I'm punching college kids in the forehead.
I love it. I love it. So like, yeah, just a bunch of like blue haired protesters and like maybe like
Yeah, no, that's one of my special moves is I rip the sign out of your hand and I can beat
right
you with
or
it.
just like yank down on the nose ring, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
oh, I love it. Could like if you like like if you've ever played the Punisher beat 'em up where like Nick Fury
Oh
was like
yeah.
the player too? Could that be like Leon and then like he's got like some sort of hair attack? Like I don't know. I'm just making stuff
Yeah,
up.
no, he'll spin around, do like the hair whip, and he's
Love
got
it.
like a guitar
Love
in
it.
his hand. Yep. Perfect.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and then maybe you could just like spear people with your Trident logo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Try out logo, or it was like I'll have like a black canary like scream.
Yes. Love it. I know we do have at least 2 video game developers that watch this show. So we'll get in we'll get in talks for Sammy 3PEAT, the video game. So I love and I want to play that. You have so many irons in the fire. What's next for the mighty Sammy 3PEAT? We have sorry, what do you know what you told me, but I forgot what the next show you were doing was going to be.
Yeah, so I have an idea. I'm still running it. I have to find something to do during the middle of the week because all of my shows are on the weekend.
Mm-hmm. You're looking for more shows, man?
Yeah. So I have this idea. I'm gonna have like a panel of 4 people, and 2 people will have seen the movie, and 2 people will have not seen the movie. And we will do our best. The people who have seen the movie will do their best to describe the movie. Now, it could be Karate Kid. It could be a movie that just came out. But we will do our best to try and like describe that movie to the other 2 panelists, and they will either be able to guess it or it'll just be comedic in the fashion of just listening to 2 people, and I'll variate. I'll either seen the movie or not see the movie. But I'm figuring out how to do that, especially in chat where I can't go like, hey, can you guys show up? And then like, maybe I'll go like, all right, pick a movie and then like excuse myself from the chat and then be like, see you Wednesday. I don't know, but I'm still working on the logistics of it, but that was my idea for like
I'm
a
looking
show.
forward to it. Oh, because you need more jobs. Does Staggerly play live around? Should we be on the lookout?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, if anyone's in the Detroit area, I will be playing the main stage at the Corktown Music Festival at 10:30.
Hell
on Saturday.
Yeah, man! That's great. I haven't been to Detroit in a minute. Do you ever play Smalls? That was like where we went, but like
yeah, that was like my home away from home.
Hell
Actually,
yeah.
My grandpa he used to own Smalls. It used to be a bar called Thomas Patrick's. He's the one who converted it from a bank into a bar.
Get out! Wow. So like one day he was just looking at this bank going, this needs band stickers on every inch of every like wall and bathroom. Like
no. See, he was a retired Detroit police detective, and he just wanted a bar to hang out with his buddies.
Yeah. Okay.
So he just bought a building. It eventually turned into Smalls. Okay. He had nothing to do with the music on it. So that area, when you walk in just before you get to like the stage area, that was just the bar.
That was the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't until later where they bought like the building next to and everything. And it was like, and they have a great stage at that venue. So that's what it was. There's actually a picture of my grandpa like on a mounted police horse inside that bar.
That is so cool, man! Wow, I'll have to look for it if anybody ever.
I'll have to see. I'll send it to you. I know. Like I think my aunt has it, or somebody's got it.
Well, what I was referencing, just for the audience, you could almost sell admission to this particular venue as a museum, just because it's the most staggering display of band stickers I think I've ever seen. Like, there's 5 square inches that don't have some dude's band sticker on it.
It's insane.
Everybody knows Smalls. It's great, and our guest is related to it in an awesome way. That's all I got. Right. Oh, and if you ever do cover the Denver airport, call me up. We'll do.
Or if you ever have a conspiracy theory or something you want to talk about, we'll get you on there.
All right.
If you ever feel like doing the news, I'll get you on there.
All right. I would love to. This is delightful. So, what did we learn today? Our guest has 5,000 to 6,000 shows. You should all check them out. Vegas is great. Everybody is cool. Friends of the show, Moxie Dame was there, and of course,
Oh
Leanna.
yeah, she was great. Moxie was one of those ones where you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you know,
Hell yeah,
she's
hell yeah.
just as lovely in person.
Shout out to Moxie Dame.
friend of the channel.
The dead internet is crazy. I'm gonna have to look into that. We're gonna have to check out Cavecast because it's a great time because you're just starting the Robin saga. Before I
So it's Robin this week, Jason Todd next week.
Okay.
Tim Drake, and then Damian Wayne, and then I'm not doing any of like the Elseworld or, well, technically she was Robin for an issue. I'm not. No,
right. The kid they got to play Jason Todd on Titans, I thought was just the perfect like little asshole Robin. Like
he was the right amount of just angsty little prick. Where I was like, oh, well, such a chip on his shoulder.
Right.
He could have played Damian too. He would have been just fine for that as well.
Yeah, that's a good call. We'll have to just do like a comic book episode or something like that.
Absolutely.
But before I forget, we got to check out in other news. Stay tuned for the Kanye episode. I mean,
honestly, guys, in other news, to keep it fresh, I look at it 2 hours before the show starts, and then I just start hyper blasting headlines, and I don't read the articles. That way, when we go through them together, like it's not as funny if I know it's coming.
Right.
And then, so last week we had, the week before, because I was at Vegas, it was this lady. She went to this sexual exploration camp at Joshua Tree.
Oh, okay.
And it was riveting.
Okay. I mean,
check it out. We had Hold My Dual Shock on. They were great, lovely people. Met them in Vegas as well, but
wow,
we just kind of sat there as like this 50-year-old woman was talking about her sexual reawakening, and we're all just going like, oh,
awesome. I love it. We are fellow Mumra fans, although much love for Skeletor and Cobra Commander. I could have made that list thousands of. I didn't even throw Venger in there, but that'll be the next thing. Keaton by your nose. Everybody loves Conroy. And we'll stay tuned for a good Martian Manhunter, not like Reserve in the background waving. And check out that SAMMY3PEAT video game for all the cool moves. And we're not going to do that thing from the X-Men video game, the beat 'em up, where using your superpower drains your life. I mean, why even be a mutant at that point? That's so lame.
Yeah.
All right, I am glad we are in agreement on that. So, dude, this was such a good episode. This is Brian for Space Couch, for Sammy, for SAMMY3PEAT, for all his and watch out, and I forgot, stay tuned for the upcoming or pending, whatever it's going to be called, Seen It, Not Seen It show. That
I haven't got a name for it yet.
It's a Space Couch exclusive. We don't even have a name for the show. That's how cutting edge this show is, or kind of, because I pre-record now. So, but
although Seen It, Not Seen It sounds great. Like that's
yeah.
Like why overthink it?
Love it. I love it. Call the spaceship to the Space Couch out. I'm gonna. Oh wait, I screwed up my shortcuts. Space Couch out. Okay. Then but dude, that was so good. That was so much fun. So this will.